Let's cut the romantic fluff. You think finding the one is about fate, about spark, about some magical connection? You're living in a fairy tale, and deep down, you know it. How many times have you invested your heart only to be left with disappointment? How often have you believed in the soulmate myth, only to watch your relationships crumble? You've been told that love is about following your heart, but the reality is far more strategic. The world doesn't reward the naive. It rewards those who know how to play the game of attraction. This is where a Machiavellian perspective becomes essential. Machiavelli understood something most people ignore. Human nature, even in the realm of love, is driven by complex, often selfish desires. Virtue without cunning, in this case, blind trust without strategic awareness, is a weakness. Goodness without strategy, in this case, emotional vulnerability without calculated observation, is a trap. And how many times have you fallen into that trap? Think about the couples you admire, those who seem to have it all. Do you think they achieved their happiness solely through chemistry? They understood how to navigate the complexities of relationships, how to move in the shadows when necessary, how to present themselves to maximize their appeal. They understood that even in love, perception is everything. The problem isn't that you're unlovable. The problem is that you're playing by rules that don't exist. You believe that genuine affection and unwavering loyalty are enough. But the dating world is full of predators disguised as potential partners, of opportunists who can spot naivety from miles away. And you, without realizing it, have been the perfect target. This is where a Machiavellian approach offers an alternative: intelligent discernment. It's not about abandoning your principles. It's about understanding that emotional connection must be accompanied by a deep understanding of human psychology. It's about learning to read people, to foresee their intentions, to know when to trust, and when to keep your guard up. Machiavelli said it's better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. And you, what have you chosen? Surely you've chosen to be loved, to be accepted, to be seen as harmless. But tell me, what have you gained from that? Not lasting respect, not true security. What you've gained is that others know they can use you without consequence, because kindness without strength inspires pity, not admiration. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not telling you to become heartless. I'm telling you to learn how to be loving without being naive. Understand that the dating world doesn't reward the merely good, it rewards the strategically astute. True romantic virtue is not submission to emotional manipulation. It's the ability to balance vulnerability with calculated awareness. Machiavelli taught that image is everything. It's not just about who you are, it's about how others perceive you. If you give the impression of being weak, you will be treated as weak. If you give the impression of being confident and discerning, you will be treated with respect. How many times have you allowed others to disrespect you out of fear of losing their approval? How many times have you stayed silent to avoid conflict, only to realize that this makes you lose more than you gain? It's not about being cruel, it's about being strategic. The key is knowing when to reveal your true self, when to set boundaries, when to walk away, and when to invest. Emotional vulnerability is an advantage when used correctly, but if you let it go unchecked, it becomes your worst enemy. The mistake of many is thinking that the world values purity of heart. It doesn't. The world values power, security, the ability to make tough decisions. Love is only respected when it's accompanied by self-respect. If you don't have self-respect, your love is irrelevant. Machiavelli would tell you not to be a lamb in a world of wolves, not to let your romantic ideals turn you into a slave to emotional manipulation. True romantic virtue is not passive adaptation. It's about shaping your relationships to your advantage. Think about it. How much longer will you let the dating world walk all over you? How much longer will you be a victim of your own romantic naivety? I'm not telling you to stop seeking love. I'm telling you to start seeking it strategically. Learn to move in the shadows when necessary. Know when to smile and when to show your teeth. Because the dating world isn't fair, but you can learn to play by its rules and still remain true to your core values. Machiavelli didn't write The Prince to teach you to be evil. He wrote it to teach you how to survive and thrive. And now tell me, are you going to keep living in the illusion that true love is enough? Or are you going to start applying true strategic intelligence to your romantic life? Here comes a concept that very few understand: the perception of value. It's not enough to be a good partner. You have to appear valuable. It's not enough to have genuine affection. You have to project your worth. Because in this world, reality matters less than the perception others have of you. Think about this. How many times have you seen an emotionally manipulative person attract partners while a genuinely kind person remains alone? This is no accident. People don't follow the merely kind. They follow the one who seems to be in control of the dynamic, the one who knows how to manage their image, the one who projects confidence, the one who, even though they have insecurities, acts as if they don't. And this is where many fail. They believe that their true self is enough, that genuine affection will speak for itself. But the dating world doesn't work that way. The world doesn't reward those who are merely good. It rewards those who know how to sell their value. Machiavelli understood this perfectly. It's not just about who you are, it's about who others believe you to be. Perception is everything. An insecure person doesn't inspire attraction, even if they're the most loving. A partner who doesn't know how to make themselves desired will never find lasting love, even if they're the best. A person who doesn't project value will never attract the right partner, even if they have a lot to offer. That's why the key is not just in being a good partner, but in mastering the narrative about yourself, learning to control your image, to create the right impression in every romantic situation. It's not about deception. It's about directing the attention of others to what you want them to see.